What's up guys, this is Frank for the House of Rags. In today's video, a quick update with DIY Detail. Yvan is here, we're filming a bunch of stuff, so we're taking the opportunity to update you and talk about some of the stuff while we're here.
The new things.
Yeah.
So first of all, the ceramic coatings. Ceramic coatings are a staple in just about everyone's line, and it is for us. We're now in our type 2 coatings. Actually, our 3 years now, it's type 3 coating, but we digress. The reason we changed the coatings, primarily the most important thing was getting rid of PFASs, so the forever chemicals. We've gotten rid of those. They're now gone. They're never coming back. The reason for that is your safety, our safety as well, the safety of everyone in the manufacturing facility. We don't want them in the formula anymore. Getting rid of them was actually a very good thing for us as well. It forced us to go back and say, let's start this from carte blanche. We're starting brand new coatings, and that's what we've done.
Okay, but they're still similar, you said earlier.
Yes, we're keeping some of the same technology. The carriers have changed a lot, and in doing so, now we have what's called instant bond technology, meaning that as soon as you apply it to the paint, you could follow with your leveling towel if you wanted to, and the coating is going to perform the same as if you'd let it dry there for 5 minutes. And also the leveling can stay, you can wait longer before leveling. So they're a lot more forgiving that way. That is a big improvement as far as I'm concerned, but the backbone has remained the same. We have polysiloxane, we have SiO2, we have silicon carbide and silicon dioxide, or silicon nitride, sorry. SiO2 is silicon dioxide.
Okay. So, and the forever chemicals, are they associated with the strong scent that we think we have with some coatings?
No.
It's not.
It's a reaction, fluorine that's in the chemical. There are other things in our lives that have that same chemical that hopefully everyone's getting rid of. But nonetheless, it's something that helped a coating cure easier. But going back to the lab, trying new things, we now actually have a coating that cures faster. So it used to be you wait 1 hour before getting it wet. That's still the case. But now you can wash it after 3 days instead of waiting a week.
Okay, 3 days to wash.
Yes.
Okay, good. So we still have 3, 5, and 8 coating.
Right.
And the 3 is still with graphene, is that right?
Right. And the reason we say it's a 3-year coating, it's actually going to last longer than that if maintained properly. And maintaining properly doesn't mean you have to put a topper on it. All that it means is that your coating is still there, it's still performing. You might lose a bit of hydrophobics over time, but the chemical resistance, the ease of washing is still there. The 3-year, because of the graphene is something that fractures and breaks down over time. And that timeline is normally between 2 and 4 years. That's why we say it's a 3-year coating. The characteristic you're wanting, graphene, for water spot resistance, you're losing it after that amount of time. But the coating, as I said, is still on the surface. It's still doing everything else that you want out of the coating. It's just you may not get that water spot resistance that you had before.
And earlier we talked about even if you polish it, if you don't polish enough or compound enough, it might still even be there. And what you put on top, there's still your 3-year coating there.
Right. You need to, when you're changing coatings, you kept your car longer than 3, 5, or 8 years, or you just want to refresh your coating, you want to try a new coating, what have you. To actually get rid of the previous coating, you have to remove probably 4 to 5 microns of paint to actually get down to the bottom of that coating and actually strip it all away.
So a solid 2-step would do it. Okay. And now you have new towels or just the color change?
New towels. So we're now partnering with the House of Rags for our towels. And the reason we partnered with the House of Rags was the quality of their manufacturing facility. It's transparent. We can call them up at any time and say, go out to the manufacturing facility, I want to see a video live. And they will do it, and they make everything in-house. So from all the quality control, from the raw materials to the yarn, to the weaving, to the assembly of the towels, to the cleaning, everything is done in-house.
Good, great.
Yeah, and we have, for coatings, we have our level 1 towel, which is the same as the House of Rags towel. It's just colors we chose differently. Okay. So Pan the Organizer also is using the House of Rags towels. He also has a level 1, and he also has the Freebird 400, but in different colors.
So that's 400 GSM.
400 GSM. And it's
So
terry weave, edgeless, so a very nice towel.
Typical fluffy towels that
Yeah.
for second buff, this is what I like to use.
Exactly.
It's great.
Yeah, we call it our insurance towel.
Yes.
But yeah, and for the level, we have our level 1. So
Okay. Sure.
we have other towels that are unique to DIY detail, and that is the interior scrubbing towel.
Okay.
That's very unique to us. They're, of course, the drying blanket mini, the mini twist. So we have some towels that are unique to us, but the towels that are more commonplace, we share across the lines. It's just everyone chose different colors.
Yeah.
So choose the color you prefer.
Yeah. Yeah, the Mr. Twisters is something that piqued my attention. I like those with the soft edge, and they call it glass towels, but I like it on the paint as well.
Yeah, and actually as a wax removal towel, it's amazing. So if you're still into waxes.
Okay, to go back to the coatings.
Yeah.
Is it still some specific recommendation for the specific condition? Like for me, I live in snow and ice. I do a lot of pre-washes. Which one would be the best if I want at least 2 years? Because in 2 years I might recoat or repolish and start over.
The 8 year is the one that is the most durable when it comes to chemical resistance, when it comes to abrasion resistance. So in our case, being in Quebec, with the winter, the salt, this car stays outside because you put your car in here. His wife's car gets beat up. But anyways, the 8 year coating is the one we want to put on it.
Okay.
For your car, the 5 year coating, because you want the most amount of gloss possible.
Yeah.
You're very careful in cleaning the car. It doesn't accidentally go through a car wash. There are things, so your car sleeps inside. It's not outside 24/7. So the 5 year is a great coating for that, and it's the one that will give you the most amount of gloss.
Gotcha. And what the 3 year would be for?
Water spot resistance, and also for the stack. So we have the stack that is something that unique to us. We're not putting one coating on top of each other. There's a timeline to respect between 1 and 8 hours. That second application, you're actually creating a brand new coating on the surface. So the 5-3 stack will give you the most amount of gloss possible. The 8-3 stack will give you the best hydrophobics and self-cleaning, and it also gives you a wax-like look. So a little bit more depth, a little bit more softness to it.
Okay. Do we still have to expect the same performance from the previous version, or we have improved from that?
We have improved. So the self-cleaning ability or the anti-clogging ability is a lot better.
Okay.
A lot of people think their coating is dead. It just needs to be revived or decontaminated. There's mechanical contamination, there's chemical contamination that need to come off. In worst case scenario, your coating does get abraded a little bit. You can actually use AP, so our adhesion promoter polish, to deep clean the coating to help bring it back.
Okay. So you guys are going to SEMA this year?
Of course.
Yeah? So do you want to elaborate on what is your plans for that?
We'll be releasing at least 2 new products at SEMA. One of them we actually tried on the hood of this car. So the video will be coming soon, but it's actually right here. So you can see the bottle, but we're not going to tell you what it is. So stay tuned. Watch Frank's channel around the first day of SEMA. You'll find out what it is.
Exactly. And moving on, I've been trying your iconic sponge. Actually, I've had it for, I don't know, almost a year. And recently I started using it, and I have to say I really like it.
Yeah, the iconic sponge we're keeping in the line because of people like you. And a lot of people said, I actually really like this sponge. So we're keeping the sponge. Other new things, not brand new, but we have the quad fold towel. That's an improvement on the decontamination towel. We never want someone to use a decontamination towel flat like this.
Yeah,
completely open. Not enough thickness, pressure points, etc. But at the same time, using something like a sponge to get rid of that pressure point, now you only have one surface that you have to go back to your wash bucket after every panel. Whereas this, the towel basically folds itself, super easy to fold. You have 4 sides to work with before going back, and you have that thickness and lubrication that you need.
And when you clear a panel, for example, you can see the contamination in the towel, but
it's there.
It's there.
Yeah.
If you continue to decontaminate the next panel, is that going to mar? Or?
Depends on how contaminated the vehicle is. So if the vehicle is just lightly contaminated, you maintain it, you decontaminate it every 2 or 3 months, probably not a big deal. If it's been 6 months or the car, goes to a construction site every day, you might do that. So, and you can feel it with the towel. You can't see it. Contamination is so small in the paint. It's not something we can see. It's not something we can feel, but it's there. And the way the towel works, the surface is very soft. So this rubbery type surface or polymer holds on to the contamination. But like a sponge, like a wash sponge, the same thing happens, the same phenomenon, which is saturation point. So when we put this in the bucket, it's now saturated with the liquid, so it lets go of everything. Same thing happens with a wash sponge, is when you're actually using it on the surface, it's absorbing the dirt off the surface. But when you put it in your wash bucket, now it's fully saturated, it releases everything. Same idea here.
Good. So if you polish afterwards, might not matter as much. The other day I was using it.
Yep.
And I was wondering where you don't have the material here in the ply.
Yeah.
Is that going to? Is it? I guess. Can that scratch the paint to some degree?
No, it's a very soft microfiber.
Okay.
It's a diamond weave microfiber,
Yeah.
so you're not going to scratch the paint with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about doing like your rinsing, washing, and the guys that don't rinse after the wash, they just clay over it, like a wash, clay, and seal. Maybe you have some grit there.
Not that big of a concern.
No.
So your wash, especially if you're using rinseless wash, you've actually taken the grit off the surface with the sponge. So it's not a concern.
But sometimes I can do a rinseless on a white car.
Yeah.
I go around with my sponge and I see the water floating. Sometimes it has a tint of dirt color.
Do a second pass with the sponge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Next, we're going to talk about the app. So on this car, we did the app after the polish. Talk to me a little bit about it. This is replacing a product?
So it's not replacing, it's just a different technology. So we have panel prep, we still have panel prep, we're going to continue to have panel prep. The app is a much better alternative than a panel prep, and it's not a primer polish. So it's an adhesion promoter polish. What it does is deep cleans the paint as much as possible and also swells the paint just a little bit. And that swelling makes it so that your coating actually goes deeper into the paint. If you look at your paint through a microscope, it's actually like a sponge. It's not a solid surface. So we're wanting the coating to penetrate as deeply as possible into the surface, and that's what the app does. It opens up the pores, it locks it in that open state for about 48 hours or so. So once you've applied the app, you've got about 48 hours to coat the car. There's not a time limit that says it has to be 38 to 37 minutes. So yeah.
What if you polish with your polish?
Gold standard polish,
Yeah. And then you do that over top, or you have to clean it with your damp rinseless towel.
You have to remove the polish residue first before doing this, because that will be too much of an abrasive load.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's
So
like mixing two cream together.
Exactly. And very important with the app is the pad you use. So our red waffle pad is the one you want to use on a 2 to 9 millimeter stroke machine. You don't want to use it on the 25, you don't want to use a 12, a 15, or a 21, or a rotary for that matter. You have to use a short stroke machine because of the way the abrasives work. And there's two other ingredients in here. The main ingredient, by the way, is tea tree oil. That's the smell you'll get. But the other ingredients are, there's a little bit of polysiloxane and a little bit of SiO2. Not enough to be a coating, not enough to do anything like that.
A primer?
No, what it does is it's just enough to lock the pores open. Okay. But if you overwork it, then you're setting those too quickly, and then it actually can inhibit the bonding of the
next step. Okay.
The coating.
So I'll have a link for this down below, the machine that you use for that.
Yeah, it's a...
Because in the last video, everybody was asking what you had.
Yeah, so very cheap machine, but very quiet, very smooth.
Super smooth.
Uses the DIY batteries, which is a bonus for us. Yeah. So you're not having to carry another charger with you.
Okay.
And just, it's an inexpensive machine that does the job. Great for applying wax too.
Okay, yes. All right, so 2 new products. The one we talked about and another one, the green bottle, is still on the works. Yeah,
green bottle still in the works, and we have another pad as well that's coming. Now, something that's not new is our polishers, but they're new to you. You're the first time using it today. What do you think?
Yeah, so you showed me earlier, and I looked at it. I tried it like in the air, so to speak. But today we polished the whole car with it, so really fun, really well balanced. And so I'm the type of guy who has to try it, has to see for myself to really believe it. And
so if you want to, you can stand it up. Super well balanced. I like to hold it like this. This is how I hold it most of the time, just one-handed. Or you can hold it by the handle if you have to reach further away. But you're not holding on to the battery. And the weight of the battery is centered on the tool, so it feels like a corded tool just without the cord.
Exactly, It has a a unique look, I'd
Yes.
say, but it works really good. And it's not giving you tingling in your hands.
No.
It's very good, very smooth. So check it out, guys. I know DIY have a specific video on it. So
Yeah, we have a few. But anyways,
awesome.
thank you very much,
so
sir.
much, Ivan. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
my friends. And yeah, check out the links, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
And don't forget, hype the video too.